It's alright.
Are you having any thoughts about hurting yourself?
No.
Any thoughts about hurting anybody else?
No.
Any moments where you've seen things in the room that didn't make sense or didn't feel real?
I don't see it, no.
Okay, alright. How do you feel like things have been going while you've been in the hospital?
They've been pretty decent for the most part. I've been getting plenty of rest. My nerves are, they're tired. I get a lot of fatigue out there.
Fatigue, okay. Are you sleeping well at night though?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how are you feeling about your diabetes treatment while you've been here?
Well, I feel that I could be on the right insulin.
Mm-hmm.
I told them I take a regular. Generally, I take regular insulin and NPH.
Right.
Through intravenous.
Okay.
I don't know what they mean. I think they've been giving Humalog or some other long-acting thing I never heard of.
Okay.
So that probably has a lot to do with the my blood sugar's been elevated. So I don't know. I took myself off the carbs. Like my last meal, I didn't touch any carbs.
Okay. How did the discussion with endocrinology go?
Oh.
They're the diabetes doctors.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I spoke with a couple of them.
Yeah.
Well, the last one, we left off on when I get out of here to be like on
Continuous glucose monitor?
Oh yeah, she's trying to hook me up with the continuous glucose monitoring.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I told you I'm interested in talking about it. I wasn't interested in was what do you call it, the thing that hooks up to your shoulder. She was talking about someone hooked up to the shoulder or something.
Yeah, to monitor your glucose.
Yeah, I disagreed with that. I
don't like that. Okay. How do you feel about taking insulin outside of the hospital?
I have no problem taking insulin outside. In fact, that's why I'm here. I think that's why you get insulin.
Okay. Yesterday you were telling me that your plan is to not have to take insulin and try to kind of cure your
long-term goals?
Right.
Yeah, I was working on a cure, but I know it's not going to happen overnight.
Okay. How do you feel about the cure now?
The cure will have to work on. That's to be worked on. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
And I'm going to need some insulin in the meantime.
Right. So my concern is that if you leave the hospital and you don't have access to your insulin, you're going to be back here.
No, that's for me to go find a clinician.
Okay.
See, I just had error in like I'm a guy, right? So I want to like do things like overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to balance it out, but I called you guys anyways.
Okay. What's your understanding of kind of type 1 diabetes and treatment needs?
Type 1 diabetes well, as long as you're under the influence of type 1 diabetes, you're going to need the insulin.
Right. Okay. What happens if you don't take the insulin?
Yeah, suffer from hyperglycemia most of the time.
Right. That can be really dangerous and bring you back into the hospital. Okay. So last night we had tried to start some Risperdal for some of the thoughts that you were having.
I don't have any thoughts.
Because you've taken that before.
I don't have that. I didn't tell anybody about bad thoughts either.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about your mental health history.
I don't want to get into that because I'm here on medical. I wasn't talking about mental health.
Okay. All right. So I'm the mental health provider, so that's what I'm here to talk about. Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about your mental health history?
I don't have any issues with my mental health.
Okay. Have you been hospitalized before? I saw that you were hospitalized back in 2015 and prior to that. Any recent?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about this. I'm here.
Okay. Any recent hospitalization?
Honestly, I don't have any recent problems with mental health or anything.
Okay. So our plan today was to have you go over to psych for a little bit and work on your insulin and setting up a good discharge plan. Since you're medically stable, the plan would be to help try to find you resources in your community that can help you to take care of your diabetes better.
Is there any way I could get out? I know, but is there any way I could get out here sooner? It's Friday. Like I want to relax for the rest of the day if I can get out.
Right. So my recommendation is that you go over to mental health in order to continue your medical.
Well, how long would I have to sit there?
Psychiatric care. So that would be up to the provider over there. And they would work with you on a safe discharge plan.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to go over there because I didn't come over here with mental health issues.
Say that again.
I didn't come over here with mental health issues, though.
Yeah, I hear you. So
I came here Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Right, so that's my recommendation, and so that's what we're gonna be doing, is we'll be sending you over to mental health today, okay? To work on your physical and
Who can I
mental.
talk to so I get out of here sooner? Because I don't really feel like sitting through all of it.
So the nurse will be coming in, since you don't agree with the treatment plan, you'll be on a 72-hour hold. That doesn't mean that you have to stay for the entire time, just means that you need to be reevaluated by a psychiatrist over on the mental health unit in order to get taking care of your physical health needs, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to do all that though, because I didn't come here on mental health. There's
Right.
no point in you're wasting your time.
Right, I hear you. That's the plan for the day, though.
Okay,
I'm concerned that if you are to leave the hospital today, that it could be dangerous if you were to not use your insulin and you.
that doesn't make any sense because I want to come to you guys anyways. Do you see that?
Right, but if you were to not be able to get to the hospital in time.
If that was an issue, if I had insulin, do you guys give insulin when I get out of here?
Do we give?
Like if you gave me some insulin,
it's sent with insulin.
then what?
Right.
You would release me with insulin.
Right. This is to help develop a better follow-up care and give you some more time so that we can have resources in the community for how you would get insulin going forward.
I know I get insulin in the community. I have to call up the clinics, and I use my UCare.
Okay. But you didn't have insulin before you came in here.
I know. I was working on a cure.
Right.
That's just you know.
my concern.
But then I said, well, it's not going to work overnight anyway. So I got in touch with you guys.
Right. So this is to give you a little bit more time to.
So I was like, I was trying to come up with a cure, and I got sit me here, aggravate my week. I treasure my weekends.
Right.
is
It's
what I'm trying to tell
worrisome
you.
to me that you are trying to develop a cure for something that's not curable and requires insulin.
But what are you gonna tell those people in diabetic magazines? We're gonna tell the people that do the marathons that say that walk to cure diabetes. So you're saying they're fake?
Walks to cure.
I think this is the reason it started. So you have an argument against them. Why do I have to get mixed up in it?
Right. I think that there might be confusion with the terminology walk to cure diabetes. When we have walks to cure something, it's usually a fundraising event in order to help fund diabetes research. It's not saying that walking will cure the diabetes.
Wait, so you're saying they're like fake? They're blowing smoke up everybody's butts?
So I'm saying that they are.
There's people that have been diabetic and have problems, and they really believe in
Right. So I'm saying that I am concerned for your physical health if you were to leave the hospital.
that. I don't have physical problems. I'm like really fit.
I'm concerned with your diabetic health if you were to leave the hospital.
Well, I came to you guys for the insulin to take care of that.
I'm not going to argue, though. This is the plan going forward, okay? So the nurse will come in with some papers for you,
Okay, I'm on.
and they'll give you some information.
What happens if I don't sign?
It's not anything that you have to sign. It's just informative papers.
Okay, I really don't want to sign anything.
Okay. It was
Alright.
nice to see you today, Sergio.
Yeah, take it easy. Brace on those phone calls.